Hi, and welcome to the second part of my formatting video. In the first part, we discussed putting together the book and making the body of the book look good. In this one, I want to talk about the add-ons, the stuff at the beginning and the end. So I'm working with an author who has a book done, and she sent over 4 pages of stuff to me in OneNote web pages. So these are the web pages she sent to me. And the first thing I did, I've already done this with 3 pages, is I am moving them over into a dummy Word document. So I've already done the acknowledgments, the author bio, the pronunciation guide, and now she also has a bloopers reel. So I'm very simply just coming through here and just copying it and pasting it over. And here is each of those things. Now, if you saw my video on making this book here, I made everything this Baskerville Old Face, 14 point, and all of that. So that's what I'm going to do next over here. I'm going to just select all. I'm going to get the same font. I'm going to get the same size. And then we're going to come right up to the top. So for the pronunciation guide, for this first part, before I do that, I'm going to come into my page setup, just like I did before, and I am going to make this 6x9 because that's what the book is, so that when I do move this over, it'll be the same. And then I'm going to make the margins the same. So the same mirror margins with 1-inch top and bottom, and the inside 0.7 and the outside 0.4. This way it'll move over seamlessly. Okay, and now for the pronunciation guide, I'm going to take this and I'm going to center it. And then for the people, I'm going to make this bold and add a colon. And then for the people, I assume if there's people, there's something else. Okay, so then I have all of the people. I want to see what's going on here. So in paragraph, I'm going to say first line 0.5, and I want to set this at exactly, let's see what happens if we put it at 20. Okay, so this is a tab. So let's just come back in here and find all of those pesky tabs and replace them with nothing. We don't want any of those. Really? All right. And we'll do some enter and deletes in that case, or delete and enters. So now we have the people looking good, and we don't, I'm just going to hit backspace twice on people and another enter so that the people aren't over as far. This feels very far over. What did I set up for this? Let's put you back down at 0.3. Much better. Okay. Now we are going to do something very similar here. This is going to end up being a problem. I'll tell you right now. Okay. So we want this all to be first line 0.3. And we want this all to be exactly 20. That's what we set the last one to. And we want places to be bold. So now, and it's on 2 pages, which is lovely. The pronunciation guide looks good. For acknowledgements, we'll do something very similar. We will center the acknowledgements. So the double asterisks, it's kind of weird in a book. I usually like to not have those and instead use bold. So I will talk to the author about it, but for now I am going to go through this acknowledgements page and get rid of them because I think it would look kind of weird to have those. And I'll just make these bold so that they stand out that way. We will take that. Oh, nope. We want to take, all right. We will take that, take that out. We will put first line 0.3 back in. And then we're going to take all of this, because this is a special thanks to, and we're just going to, okay, enter. We're going to bring this in, and then we will continue with our bolding. And there we have the acknowledgements. Now we have the author. So I didn't do anything with the picture because I know people have so many issues with how to deal with images in a Word document. So I wanted to just deal with this where all of you can see my struggles. First of all, it doesn't need to be this big. So I'm going to bring this down to about there. Then I'm going to come here and I'm going to say I want it to be tight, not through, tight. That allows all the words to flow around it. I usually like the image over here, maybe a little bit bigger, and that's it. I'm done. I don't have any of this. I'm now going to mess everything up. For the acknowledgements, let's see if I can mess this up entirely. I'm going to make this full justification. For this, I'm going to make a full justification. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to add another space. Now for this, the author has a bunch of websites and links in here, which I have gotten books and I have tapped on all of these links quite a few times, and it does me no good. So I have told her, and she said she'll get it to me later, and I will tell you, getting a QR code in a book is a much better way of handling something like this, because then I could just plop right here, visit any one of my sites, social media, here's my QR code. It is a much better way of doing it. You can throw all of these links into a link tree, and here's the QR code for my link tree. Then once your books are being sold at, say, a book fair or anything, or you have a website and you're selling your books and you have, say, a bookmark, you can put that QR code on your bookmark. Having a QR code is amazing. And there are places you can get those QR codes for free. Don't pay. Do not pay. Do not pay. Get the free ones and be very careful, because some of them say free for the first month and then you pay. I have fallen for this accidentally, even though I know they are free. Get the free QR code. Okay, so step 1, get all of this stuff. Oh, wait, there's still more. So this is the bloopers, which is not titles. So we'll start with bloopers. Bloopers. So we will get this titled, and then her words about the bloopers, and then the bloopers, which go on for 3 pages. Okay, so now we have all of this here, and we have the book. And so now we just need to put the extras into the book, which should be fun and exciting. If we come up to the top, I will start with inserting a couple of pages. No, that's what's wrong. When you insert a blank page, I don't know what I just did. That's weird. Okay. When you insert a blank page, if I start writing here, I'm going to be writing down here on this one down here. So I want to make sure I click it over here. The first thing I want to do is I want to highlight this and say single space. That way what I do next won't look really strange. And I want to say hammer and heart. So I have the title of the book on page 1, and then I want to insert another page break. And then I can go ahead and let's see, where do I want to go to next? Add those acknowledgments. Usually acknowledgments come at the top of the book. So I can just copy and paste those here. Later I'll come back and add in the copyright page here, but I'll get that later. And then I'm going to come to the very bottom of the book. And I've already added my page break here. The first thing most people want after the book is done is they look for the pronunciation guide for all of the names and places that they can't pronounce. So we'll add that next. So copy, paste. And so then we will insert a page break from there. And now it's kind of the order in which you want to do things. I am going to go from there about the author. I need to put a title there and the bloopers. So copy, paste. Interesting. So we come up here about the author. We want to get you centered. And I don't know why this all right, that looks better. I don't know why this is all 0.5 and not 0.3. And why it looks very, very strange. All right, so that's fixed. That's fixed. And that looks exactly how I set it up. And this is the book. All right, so now we have the bulk of the book done, and we have the front and back matter in here. And so we're done with those 2 basic parts of the book. From here, we will skip to the next video. So I hope you continue watching on how to format a book. We do have a few more parts before we are completely done. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.